everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Bengals.
Larry, it has been a wild ride through this 2019 NFL season. Plenty of plot twists and turns at every step. But it all comes to a conclusion tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 54 from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did. And what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up... Play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On second down, Hill. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. yards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His 2nd goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Jameis to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 3rd and long for Winston. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal. Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape. Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not much happening there on 1st down. I thought there might have been a hole for a split second. Yeah. Again, it's Hill. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And Hill running right through it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy. Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it. On 1st down, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way. Now a handoff as they run left side. He can't get him down. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground. And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On Third down, Winston. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. On fourth down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Slot man moves right. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 6 on the play there. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. And even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jameis again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. So we've reached halftime. I know when I joke about you guys skipping halftime, sometimes you get frustrated, but this is the Super Bowl. You got to watch the halftime show with the Super Bowl. All right, let's get you to the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Evans coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Third down, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Winston. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Winston from the gun on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him for his second sack of the night. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Jameis now on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Second down, Winston. The 20. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a second down throw for Winston. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now a 10th carry for Hill as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, they run with Hill. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy sometimes.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Jameis on second down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Shift together here from the D-line. The busy night continues for Hill. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great...
And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. and I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Winston now from the 50. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Play fake. Winston forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the gun, Winston. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone plunk it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.